I just spent some time at the BIS website earlier or late last week looking at their vision of literally creating a token on every asset on the planet and integrating it with the digital monetary system, which of course I know could be integrated with a social credit system. So it's sort of CBDC, but much worse because all your assets are integrated in, and that makes it easier to liquefy your assets, which could be good or bad. But it also means it subjects your assets to a social credit system.
Right.
So it's basically a complete control grid. In a manner, I can see all sorts of very positive use for asset tokenization, but if you look at asset tokenization in the hands of people who want central control, it's absolutely frightening to me.
What is tokenization of real-world assets? Let's break it down for you. Tokenization is when physical assets like land, property, or art are turned into digital versions. These assets are broken into smaller parts called tokens, making them accessible to more investors. For example, imagine a beachfront hotel just built. The owner tokenizes it for $1 million, creating 1 million tokens at $1 each. Investors can buy as many tokens as they can afford, and as a token holder, you share in the hotel's income without all the paperwork or middlemen.
And also, like a private company, that I think their bar is set a lot lower on like what they have to prove and not prove. Like a private company just doesn't have to do business with you, right? Like McDonald's doesn't want you to buy a hamburger from them and kick you out. But like a government entity, on the other hand, you try to say the DMV is not letting you get a license. Well, then usually it's under a finer tooth comb, any type of government agencies. So I think the bar is a lot lower with having private companies try to create a de facto CBDC and just have the social credit part of this. Matter of fact, MasterCard was creating like green energy, like they're doing like a social credit score for like what you buy, and they give you a little rating, and it's all based on this type of technology. So it's only a matter of time before that sinister plot that we saw with CBDCs just happened with stable
Well,
coins, you know.
there are software companies that are going into the banks that are doing the same thing. They're setting up the data infrastructure to give you what you need to do to do a social credit system. So to me, if it's digital, it's there, whether it's public, whether it's private, whether it's the banks, whether it's crypto. To me, the danger is an all digital system with a high quality digital ID, and then you're on another planet in terms of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's scary, especially considering like everything is becoming unaffordable, right? Like Lyft, like Uber, those are like the new ways for transportation because they're making cars so much money, right? Like they're just making it so much harder for like the little guy to even have something like car ownership, right? So it's like the more that they can control some type of system, like the more control that they will have because there's just not that many options that are going to be there for everyone moving forward, you know.